Well, it's been a while since we had a quiz, so let's have another go. This one is on the Gospels. The answer to every single question will either be Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. Let's go. In which Gospel did Jesus say, "I am the door of the sheep"? Number 2, which Gospel is known as the fast-paced, action-packed Gospel? 3, which Gospel is addressed to a man named Theophilus? 4, which Gospel has the most chapters? 5, which Gospel contains the words believe and believes more than 60 times? 6, which Gospel includes the story of the rich man and Lazarus? 7, in which Gospel does Jesus say to a man, "You must be born again"? 8, which is the only Gospel to include the parable of the 10 virgins? 9, in which Gospel do we find Jesus' statement, "I am the vine"? 10, which Gospel includes the encounter between Jesus and the thief on the cross? 11, which Gospel begins with, "In the beginning was the Word"? And 12, which is the only Gospel to include the phrase, "the kingdom of heaven"? How'd you go? Let's go to the answers. Number 1, in John, Jesus said, "I am the door of the sheep." John chapter 10. Mark is known as the fast-paced Gospel. Luke is addressed to a man named Theophilus. Matthew has the most chapters with 28. John contains believe and believes more than 60 times. Only in Luke do we find the story of the rich man and Lazarus. Only in John does Jesus say to Nicodemus, "You must be born again." The only Gospel to include the parable of the 10 virgins is Matthew, in Matthew chapter 25. And the only Gospel where we find "I am the vine" declared by Jesus is in John. Only Luke contains that conversation between Jesus and the thief on the cross, the repentant thief. And "in the beginning was the Word" is only found in John. And finally, the only Gospel to include the kingdom of heaven as a phrase is Matthew.